Welcome back. Let me show you the professional evaluation of a used car condition report and a roadworthy test. You see, when I'm starting to press this remote, it shakes my play detector. The play detector, it allows me to check all the bushes of the suspension if they are still fine. For example, if I can press this one, you can see how it does. So by me doing this, I need to check all the control arm bushes. Remember, the control arm, it's just this part here, that we have the bushes that it protect the vehicle. When you apply the brake, it's not gonna be metal to metal. It's not gonna jerk when you apply the brake. That's why we say we are checking all the control arm bushes, but it's not gonna be visible for you guys. But with my experience, I know how to check them. So already I step in here on my steps and then I check there on the control arms. Then I can see all my control arms are still fine. Then now, as I've said before, you need to take the picture of the right and compare it to the left. Now I'm checking here, my ball joint is still fine. My brake caliper is fine. My shock absorber is still fine. Then I'm checking the outer CV boot. The outer CV boot, I'm talking about this one, it's fine. Everything looks perfect. The tire rod end, it looks fine. But the rack end dust boot cover, it doesn't look much fine. It shows that it's got a leakage. That is why you can see the oil sweat around here. Let's check the engine. Now the engine, it shows that it was washed and clean, but it shows that it's got a leak. If you can look here, it shows that there's a sweat here. If you look here as well, there is an oil sweat. It shows that the engine is leaking. So now let's check the engine mounted. When I'm shaking here, I will be able to notice if the engine mounted bushes is torn or is still fine. But as you can see, the engine mounted is still fine. Let's go and look at the left hand side. The left hand side, we compare it to the right hand side. Everything that I've saw on the right hand side, it's there and it shows that it's clean, it's perfect. The control arm is fine. Let's shake and check the control arm bushes on the left. Then as I've seen over there, it's not clearly visible, but with the experience you can see it. The shock absorbers is still fine. Then the outer CV, the brake caliper, the steering rack, as you can see, there's no leakage. Then I will tell my pit assistant to move the vehicle forward so that we can finish the test. Forward. Then now we are at the rear suspension. The rear suspension, we check the control arm. All the bushes looks fine to me. If you can look here, everything is fine. The suspension, if you can look at the stabilizer, everything is fine. This is the air suspension. The boot cover is still fine. Let's check the shock. The shock absorber is still fine. Then if you can check on the other bushes, all the bushes looks fine. Thank you very much. We go and check on the left hand side. The left hand side, we are checking on the left hand side. The air suspension, everything looks fine. Here on the stabilizer links, everything is fine. So we can check our tire as well. The treads of the tire, it shows that it's 4 millimeter. Let me show you what we use. We use what we call it a tire gauge. The tire gauge, then you put it here on the tire and measure with it. Then if you come here, that's where you check the millimeters of the tire. Then now the millimeter, it's 5 millimeter threads, because the space that we get when you measure on the tire. But if when you measuring the tire like this, and then your tire gauge come up like this, which means there's nothing. There's nothing, which means the tire is gonna fade. But it needs to give you 1 millimeter and above so that the vehicle can pass. Thank you very much. Then from here, myself, I will take the vehicle on road test. From the road test, which I will give the result. Right now, I cannot give the result because you might find that when you park the vehicle on the incline, the handbrake, it's not working at all. So which means you're gonna fail.